What is going on, everyone? Today we're going to be going over the night train lane set. Bear with me, I'm doing this at about 12 a.m. As you can tell, it's late. Because I had another person ask me on someone else's YouTube channel how I did this again. Because I walked away with a fully level night train lane. I was able to do Julius Pepper's set. I had about 4 or 5 players I kept with 6 cards and about 500,000 left over. So, no, it looks like it's craziness going on in the background. Looks pretty familiar to things you've been told. To be honest, it is pretty familiar with probably just a few key tweaks. And maybe you've heard this before. Maybe you guys have done this before. If so, go ahead and comment. Let me know how it worked. It worked out great for me. But as always, there is a little bit of luck that goes into this. But luckily, you should still come out ahead even if you get some really unlucky streaks, which I did. Now, if you're like me, when you first started thinking about doing the night train lane set, it was pretty recently, because you're not buying tons of packs, you're probably not stacked with millions of coins, and you were probably a little bit heartbroken because the old methods I saw all kind of revolved around selling these theme diamond, players you're getting for kind of more than you're completing the sets for, or at least pretty close. And a lot of people were spending 250 to 500,000 to get night train. So I went into this with about 250,000 coins, expecting to lose all that. So that was kind of an interesting thing. The way I actually got that money was selling off my Champ Bailey. So, I knew I was going to be getting night train lane as well as some other corners I could choose from. Basically, what you really want to have to get started in this is one or two things. About 250,000 coins, half of that you're going to buy, the cheapest kind of training to coin ratio you can find. The other half you're going to keep. Or you can start off with about 20 to 30,000 training and about 100 to 150,000 coins. Choice is up to you. Either way works. Now, when I say cheap kind of ratio, what you're looking for is 7 coins or less per training point. It's going to be pretty crucial. We'll get into why here in a second. But that's kind of what you're looking for. And that's pretty easy to do. You can go in and get a 94 Nomdi for about 140,000. You can get a 95 for like 160,000, depending on the time of day, what's going on with the auction, if it's in the middle of the week versus the weekend. So just kind of keep an eye out. You're not going to get this method done in one day. It'll probably take about 3. But to be honest, I wouldn't try and do night train lane set in one day. Kind of like you guys are seeing, there's a lot of people out there saying that, hey, I got banned after doing the set. Now some of them came out later and said, yeah, I bought coins earlier in the year. Okay. In that case, it just coincided with when they're banning everybody. It had nothing to do with the night train lane set. However, it is possible that there are some checks in the game that are looking for farm accounts, bots, stuff like that are just buying, selling. And if you're going through, 300 plus cards in a day, might raise a flag up and be like, hey, check this out. So I wouldn't risk that. I did it in 2 days, didn't get banned. I did have a scare when I logged in because it logged me out for some reason and it wouldn't let me get in. I'm like, oh my God, I got banned. But it's all good. It's all working. So don't be scared to do the set. It's not going to ban you unless you've done something else that you're not supposed to be doing. Now, getting into this method, as you can kind of see that's been playing in the background, like I said, you're going into the Theme Diamonds 2 set pieces here. And with that 20 to 30,000, you're just going to start rolling like crazy. And you're going to see, kind of like I saw and kind of like you're seeing here, that 20 to 30,000 is going to last a while. I had to edit these videos down like crazy. You might sit there and roll for an hour off of 20,000 training points or longer. Because the way this method works is the first thing you're going to do when you get a card like you see me here is go ahead, pull it up, check and see if it's in one of the sets. If it's not in a set, throw it in there. Awesome. You save some coins, right? If it is in the set, and this is important, if it's in the set and it is an 86 or lower card, save it. You're going to post it in the auction house. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, these cards don't sell for very much. That's stupid. Well, this is where you have to pull out your calculator and all that fun stuff. Like I said, you are buying your training at 7 coins per training point or lower. These lower cards are selling at about 10 to 20 coins per training point. So you're actually gaining, even though they're very low, right? And then what you're going to do with anything 87 or higher, you have two choices here, but anything 87 and higher, you're going to quick sell it right then and just keep rolling as you're going. Unless it's not in a set, then of course put it in the set, duh, right? So you just keep going. Like you're seeing, I'm pulling tons of 89s, 90s, 91s, just keeps going and going and going. The other thing that you can kind of do, like I was talking about, is I did this probably the last 20% of the sets. Any 89s and 91s I pulled, instead of re-rolling them, quick selling them and rolling again, I actually kept them and stuck them into the exchange sets to try and pull some good reduxes, some NFL 100 cards to sell. So that's another method you can kind of try out, try your luck there. But like I said, I would save that for later when you're closer to getting the set done, because that re-rolling and getting the cards is kind of what makes this so cheap and easy to keep going. Now, the way you're going to do this is you're going to want to start off, go to the auction house, look at who's selling for kind of the most and who you don't want to keep as a player. Very important. Save the players you want to keep for the very end, because you're going to end up with like 5 or 6 cards that you can do whatever you want or more. And then what you do is you always kind of want to make sure you have enough coins after you roll your training sets to finish 1 or 2 more cards. That's very important, because if you hit a point where you're out of both, you're screwed. You got to start from scratch again, right? What happens is if you roll these and you go in there and you're like, oh man, I only got 7 cards left on this set, 6 cards left on this set, 10 cards left on this set, go into them, make sure the cards are there that you can buy them, do some math. You'll be surprised sometimes that 10 cards is actually cheaper than the 5 cards. And complete the cheapest one you can get done, and try and keep doing 2, 2, 2, 2, because what you're going to do with those 2 is you're going to sell one of those theme diamonds, and the other one you're going to quick sell for training. Once you quick sell it, you go in and roll, go find what sets you complete with the coins, complete the coins. And the reason why the 150 is kind of important, or 150 to 200 for coins, is because that should let you get 3 to 6 cards for just about any set, so that way you can kind of knock those out. Okay, so it's very important to keep that rolling of everything going. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to get stuck at a point, like I said. So as you can kind of see here, we're getting pretty close to finishing the set, which is awesome. I'll point out when we get Night Train here, but we'll kind of keep going through this because it's a very simple method, but I know there's going to be a lot of questions, so feel free to ask away. But basically, save the players you want towards the end, and you're going to hit some points where you get some really good pull streaks in there, and you're going to have a buttload of coins. And like I said, I went out and finished the Julius Pepper set. I went out and did some other stupid stuff in the middle. So I probably would have finished with quite a bit more money. But you kind of just want to keep going through. The other thing is when you're buying these cards to finish the sets, be disciplined, okay? Don't get impatient and be like, there's only 1 or 2 cards left, and I feel like they're going for double the price they should be. I just want to get it done, though. Wait. There's actual spreadsheets out there to kind of track this from back in the day. I think actual CC had one. Might have been Pop had one, Popular Stranger. So go check those out, write them down, kind of what the cards should be going for. Stay disciplined, don't overspend, okay? Can't stress that enough. Every once in a while I would be in there and I'd be 1 card away from finishing a set and it wasn't even in the auction house, and then it does pop up and it's quadruple the price it should be. And it's like, I really want to do this. Don't do it. You're on a tight budget, right? Especially if you want to make money. As you can see here, pulled Night Train, awesome. At this point, I think I'm at like 200 and something thousand coins. But as you can kind of see from my binder, once it does pull up here, we're sitting with culpepper still in there. We got crumpler still in there. I got the peppers I finished that I'm talking about. Let's see, we got cromartie, we got Westbrook, we got Jenkins, we got Mare, I got Namdi that I kept, I got Taylor Mays that I kept, I got boldin that I kept. Those all went on my team because, as you probably saw, I have a Niners theme team pretty much, except for a few slots. So basically, just stay disciplined and keep going through it. And at this point, like I said, this is why you want to keep those cards you want to keep for the end. And here he is all powered up. But keep those cards at the end. You can either sell them, keep them, add them on your team, do whatever you want. If you guys like the video, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and follow, subscribe. Like I said, let me know any questions you have, and we will get out of here with another video of Night Train. See you later, guys.